Hey guys. So I'm headed to the gym right now. Today, getting ready for my event tomorrow. I'm excited to be traveling to go meet with some heavy hitters, go meet with some like-minded people. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this, share this with your friends. So I was reading and listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, I like to listen to things that stimulate me intellectually, things that help my mind think, right? Because we all need things that stimulate us. And then when you're not growing, you're dying. So by default, you die. So you always want to find things that you are interested in that stimulate your mind intellectually so that you can grow and think about ideas and possibilities, for yourself so that you can grow. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, he was just basically saying that school screwed us over. And, he basically broke it down where he said that schools are not designed to teach you a skill. It is only designed to tell you what to do. So now, just like I was talking about yesterday, the school, the prison pipeline, in jail, they tell you what to do. In jail, they don't give you a skill. In college, they don't give you a skill. They just basically tell you what to do, study this book, and, take a test, and then hopefully you pass the grade. See, how school is supposed to be designed is that a child is supposed to be able to explore. Right? A child is supposed to be able to explore different options of things that they feel like they want to do. And then they move into that class and that option, and now they're able to expand on it. So if you want to be a cook, now you take all these cooking classes, you go to these cooking internships, you talk to other chefs, and you talk to chefs and things of that nature, and then you learn that specific skill that you want to know. Now the basics of school, friends, is reading, learning how to read, learning how to write, learning how to do math, and learning about money, right? But all we do is learn how to read, right? Well, they're not even learning how to read anymore. Learning how to write, which they're not learning how to write anymore. Learning math, they're not learning the basic math stuff. They're learning all this fractions and trigonometry and all this other crap. And then no one's really learning anything about money. So school's supposed to let us be creative and think. Because here's the thing, how the system is set up is designed for us not to think while we're in school. So when we get out of school, we don't think. When we go to college, we don't think. When we go to the job, we don't think. We go to jail, we don't think. Right. So we're non-thinkers from when we are in elementary school. And this is how the system has us designed. It takes a certain person like myself to say, this ain't right. Why don't my kids know about money? Why didn't we learn about money? The most important thing on this planet Earth. We did not learn about money. That is the most important thing. We never learned where money comes from. We never learned how to build assets. We never learned, how to build legacies and wealth. We didn't learn that in traditional school. So it takes a certain person to say, well, I want to know more about money. I want to know more about real estate. I want to know more about building credit. See, we should have learned about credit in high school. There should have been classes on how to build credit, or how to have good credit, or how to have, a secure line of credit, how to start a business. We should have learned this stuff in high school, right? But like I said, the system, like Robert Kiyosaki said, the system's only designed to tell us what to do and not really build a skill. This is why so many people struggle financially. Because they don't know nothing about money except what the school taught us. And the school taught us what? To work for it. Okay? Most people live check to check. 80% in America live check to check. Right? Most people are living on less than $10 a day. Okay? And that is sad. All right? So it takes a certain type of person like me, like you, to say, you know what? I want to know more about money. I need to get next to the money makers. I need to get next to people who's building portfolios. I need to get next to people who understand money. I need to get next to people who's building, a legacy. I need to get next to people who's building wealth. I need to get, acquainted or invest in the people, that are going where I want to go. How am I stimulating myself intellectually? Because nowadays, these kids are not stimulated intellectually. They only have social media. Right? The parents is on their way to work every day, and then the school is not stimulating them at all. See, everyone needs to be stimulated intellectually, because when you're stimulated intellectually, it actually helps your endorphins. You start to think, right? Your endorphins, you start to think about something that can help inspire and move and motivate you to another level or another space in your mind and in your life. How many of us were stimulated intellectually in school? I never was. Even all the way up to college, I never was. I wasn't. It wasn't until I got into business and understood that my mind needs to be stimulated intellectually. That's why if you get into a relationship with a man or a woman and they don't stimulate you intellectually, you won't have a successful, happy relationship, because you have to be inspired. You have to be motivated. You got to be empowered so that you can go out and do great things. And you only can get that if you are stimulated intellectually, not by reading a book. Okay, not by sitting in the classroom listening to a teacher. We have to be stimulated intellectually, and this is what Robert Kiyosaki said, that the schools are screwing us because it's not teaching nobody any skill. It's just telling people what to do. Come to school this time, do this for this lesson, go to the bathroom, go eat lunch, okay, and then come back and do this lesson. Same thing at the job. Come at the job at a certain time, go eat lunch at this time, go take your break at this time. Now you can leave at this time. Same thing in jail, right? You wake up at this time, you eat at this time, you go to recreation at this time, and now you go back in your cell at this time. All of it is a correlation, right? But only the smart people and the conscious people will wake up and say, you know what? I want to be the force for good. I want to be the one who defy the odds. I want to be the one who set the new standard. I want to be the one who set the new trend, right? You have to say that and actually do it. Invest in the right people that can help you get to those levels so that you can now teach your children and stimulate your children so your children can also have a better way of thinking and more knowledge. See, it's not rocket science, right? You know that you're sick of living check to check, so now you need to do something about it. You know you're sick of every month you need an extra $50 to pay your light bill and you can't. You know you need to do something about it. That's it. Okay? So we have to be stimulated intellectually, friends, so that we can stimulate our children intellectually, so that now our children can be further ahead of us financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, mentally. Okay, let's stop this cycle of, oh, I'm just going to depend on the school. Because remember, the first teachers is us, the parents. See, my mom never told me anything about money, so it's my duty to find out about money. My grandmother never told me anything about money, so it's my duty. Only thing my dad told me about money was to save for a rainy day, and I did that very well. I saved money for a rainy day just to realize that every day is a damn rainy day. Every day my kids got to eat. Every day it's urgent that, I make sure my bills is paid on time. So every day is a rainy day. So learning to save money, people losing right now because the dollar is dying 3% every doggone year. And then inflation goes up too. It's crazy. So it's up to you. It's up to me, right? So the knowledge that I get, I give it to my followers. I give it to my subscribers. I give it to my list. I give it to my students. So they can start to stimulate themselves intellectually as well, so that you can now stimulate your children. Remember, this is how wealth is formed. My daughter, she's about to open up a bracelet. I'm about to get her started selling bracelets on Instagram. Okay, $10 bracelets on Instagram. It is crazy, friends, all right? That if I would have learned certain things, I would be further ahead mentally, financially, and have more money right now. I probably have more properties and more cash flow things right now. But because my mom didn't take the initiative, because my grandmother didn't take the initiative to say, what is money? Let me stimulate myself intellectually so I can stimulate my kids intellectually. Guess what? It's on me. I have to take that responsibility and say, you know what? If I don't do it, I can't depend on my kids to do it. Because the kids these days that's growing up, they're not stimulated intellectually at all. Social media, nope. Okay, school, nope. The radio, nope. So who, right? It has to be us as the parents. So let's stimulate yourself first. Invest in yourself. Go to events. Go to seminars. Hire mentors. Get courses. Get books. Listen to things that stimulate you intellectually so that you can stimulate your child intellectually. And now you and your child's conversations are different. Me and my daughter conversation is different. We was talking about money. We was talking about ROI on her bracelets, right? Because if we're getting your bracelets for a certain amount, how much can you sell it for? And what's the ROI on those bracelets? See, I'm stimulating her intellectually to start thinking about money now. How money works, right? You don't work for money. You actually understand how to get money, how to flip it, how to grow it, how to keep it. I never had these conversations with my mom. I'm having a conversation with my 16-year-old daughter, and I am proud of myself. I am proud that I decided to get the right information so I can pass it on to the next generation. It's not rocket science. It's all about you getting the knowledge so that you can transfer the knowledge to the next generation so the next generation can keep going and keep going with the torch and then breaking the cycle of poverty. This is why I have my Black Wealth 101 class. It's starting next week, Wednesday. Okay, next week, Wednesday. Friends, it's $19.99 a month. Every month I'm having a topic that's talking about wealth building strategies. I'm giving you step-by-step things I've learned. You know, how I've got my credit score up 80 points in the last, year. How I've been able to streamline my businesses. How I've been able to make $10,000, $20,000 a month from home. Right? How I've been able to, hire mentors, find the right mentors. Who's the right one, for me? Because success requires a guide. Success requires thinking. If you don't have a guide, you won't be successful. If you don't think, you won't be successful. That's just what it is. Everybody wants success, but they don't want to do the things that it takes to be successful. So if you want your children to be successful, it has to start with you. If you want your spouse to be successful, it has to start with you. If you want to know about real estate, it starts with you so that you can pass some real estate on down to your children. If you want to know about life insurance, guess what? You get some life insurance. Show your children how life insurance is a wealth tool. Here's a tip, friend. Never be scared to die. Most people are scared to die. Why? Because they haven't did shit, number one, in their whole life. They've been living check to check. They depressed. They down and out. All they do is hope and pray and wish. Okay? This is what people do. Okay? And they got a lot of bills and debt. Here's the new law. If you have debt and you die and you don't have a life insurance policy that take care of that debt, not a life insurance policy from your job, but life insurance, okay, for yourself, you paying your own, not through your job. I'm talking about for you. Okay, because once you get fired from that job or your job lay you off or you retire, that life insurance is done. Okay, your own life insurance to be able to pay off these bills, guess what? Now your next of kin will be responsible for those. How many people will be leaving a legacy or money for their family? See, if I die, my kids will have at least $500,000 in life insurance. If my husband died, my kids will have at least $500,000 in life insurance, right? Where now, believe me, friends, okay, when you die, you don't want your children having debt from you. Because even though your children will miss you, yes, they will miss mommy, they will miss daddy. But guess what? The money will soothe that. Because the money now, they can go on a vacation. They can, start a business. They can invest in properties. And guess what? Have some cash flow. And then now, guess what? Guess what, friends? Okay, now that soothes that, right? But if you died and they got your debt, they're thinking about your debt. They're thinking about headache every day. See, we got to understand, friends, how this works. right? You get your insurance policy, you getting $500,000 or $1 million. You could get a $500,000 policy for $100 a month, $1,200 a year. Over the 10 years, how much are you spending? You know, $10,000. You know, $20,000 to have a $500,000 life insurance. It's like crazy. You can take out as many life insurance policies as you want to. Okay, there's no limit. There's no limit to, oh, you know, as long as you're paying the premium, you can have life insurance policy with this. You can have a life insurance policy with this company, that company. You can have 10 companies. You can have $5 million in life insurance paying everybody. And then when you die, everybody pay you out. Pay your beneficiaries out. That's another way, a form of wealth. And these are things I'm going to be teaching in the class. Okay, so get registered. It's only $20 a month. Okay, I'm definitely going to be giving you resources and things that you need and step-by-step action plans so that you can be stimulated intellectually, stimulate your children intellectually, understand legacy, understand what you need to do, understand how to rock, how to roll, how to go. That's it, friends, right? But make sure you get your free book. Click on the link below. Get your free book first. Then get all the list of the books that's required. Like I said, all successful people have a library. Or unsuccessful people just have big TVs. Click on the link below, guys. See you soon.